Okay, thank you for coming today. So we're meeting at Carl's house. I think it's a safe place, nice and relaxed and comfortable. So this is just a debriefing to tell me what about the incident that happened with Wayne Packman. You can use whatever language you like. You can. Everybody experiences things differently. In hindsight, they all think they all wish they'd done something different. We're not here to criticise. I just need to know the details of the incident, how you feel about it, and then I'll decide if we need to carry on and do anything more than that. For example, counselling or something like that. Okay, all right. So
for Wayne or for us?
For you.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So the incident. Yes. So do you want to tell me what happened? Who would like to start? Tell me what happened. As brief or as intricate as you like, whatever you like.
We went to go to the meeting, and no matter what we said, he was going to get agitated anyway. The last meeting, we should have taken security in with us so that they were there and I wouldn't have got punched.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do it again, whereby I'm put in that situation because my life is worth as much as his.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened?
I just feel he was very aggressive, like he didn't even want to be at the meeting, no matter what Carl or I said.
Mm-hmm.
He was didn't want to communicate. He was very intimidating. And once he hit Carl, I just really didn't want to be there as well. And it just didn't feel like a safe place to be at all. And he just did not calm down.
Do you know why? Was there a trigger as to why he got angry?
He
Catalyst?
trying to talk to him, but he just yelling at us, trying to understand why he was angry, but he just would not communicate. So it was very hard to trigger why he was so agitated and angry.
I wondered if there was some word that triggered him, some phrase or word that actually triggered him off where it took him back where he'd walked before.
Mm-hmm. Okay. On reflection, looking back at the incident, how do you feel about what happened and why?
On the one hand, I feel sad that it happened, that we didn't have it all organised so that it wasn't going to happen and we were not safe. And the other hand, I'm really pissed off because I didn't deck him.
Okay. Well, you did very good with self-control. That was very good, all right. And
I think Carl needs a promotion.
Absolutely. As soon as I'm in charge of the world, I'll fix it.
Okay. What about you?
I think it was more so, in a way, how do you put it? Like he wants to talk, but you'll get so far, but then he freezes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he's not comfortable with Carl or myself. Maybe he'd be comfortable with maybe someone else trying to talk.
Okay.
But, at the same time, it was no need for him to hit anybody as well. So I could understand, I would personally not like to be in an interview with him again because it is intimidating.
Yes.
But perhaps he might be comfortable talking with somebody else.
Okay.
So it's like he wants to open up, but then he'll just stop.
So you wrote in one of your reports, I'm sorry, I can't remember who, that talking about family was a trigger. So it also, his wife called that morning. So maybe in regards to another client, choosing when to talk to the client might be better.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So how did you react during the incident?
I'm also myself, but I was more so just worried about my work colleague and sorting that out and then dealing with him after and just trying to keep the situation calm and relaxed to make sure everyone's okay and try and continue at another stage.
Okay.
But it was a frightening ordeal.
Yep. And
Very
how-
stressful.
Very stressful, alright.
And there was no outlet for me to get rid of the anger I felt when I was assaulted.
Okay. So you just do you still feel that anger?
No,
No? It's
no,
gone?
it's gone.
Okay. What about you?
You know, just feel a bit sort of the next person that I interviewed, I'd definitely want to sort of know a little bit about their background before you interview them, just in case there's another ongoing situation like this.
Okay. Good.
Or maybe have bars in front.
Like a jail cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not the best way to encourage people to talk about their feelings.
Or can we just have a taser?
A silent button,
That
Yeah.
would be good.
silent panic button would
Yeah.
be good.
Yes.
So that we have security, not obvious, but we just press it and they come in and they do all the restraining.
Yeah, definitely. That'd make it a more secure work. You just know there's that security there if you need it.
Mhm. What were the consequences of your action to the people involved, do you think? That's so how the way you reacted, how do you think it affected your work colleague, and how do you think it affected Wayne?
The work colleague, she was really stressed because I didn't do anything to defend myself, considering when I considered that by not doing anything, it wouldn't escalate any further.
Okay.
I felt a bit helpless at first because I felt like I could have done something to maybe stop it before it got to that stage. But once he got so aggressive, there wasn't really nothing I could do. It's too late. He'd already assaulted my work colleague, so it's a bit of a whether I could have done something to have helped, but it was already too late.
Okay.
So maybe I feel I don't think my work colleague done anything to deserve that. Done their job properly and correctly. I just feel something had agitated that person to that stage for him to lash out like that, and I just felt really helpless once he was assaulted. That I was more so trying to calm him down, and I sort of forgot about my work colleague, where I should have maybe attended my work colleague first, maybe.
No, it was fine. But thank you.
But just trying to calm Wayne down as well as my work colleague before anything else got extra heated. So it was a situation I definitely wouldn't want to get myself into again.
No. Can you remember what was running through your brain at the time of the incident?
I want to get out of here.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Only the fact that you can use force that's reasonable, necessary and proportionate to restrain the person, and I wasn't sure whether to do that or not.
So you think in hindsight what you did was the best thing that you did? Just doing nothing? Letting everybody else...
No, not really. I felt that I should have dealt with it at that point because I had the skills, and I should have, without only using it where it's necessary, reasonable and proportionate to restrain the person and prevent them from doing anything.
What were you feeling at the time?
A bit anxious. Because it was a bit of it just happened so quick. Yeah, a bit.
I was really surprised that they went off like that, that Wayne just gone, and really surprised, and then angry, and then they took him around and said, oh well, that's cool, over.
Yeah, I'm sort of a little bit annoyed too because we've tried so hard with Wayne and just it didn't need to happen, if you know what I mean. Like we've worked so hard to try and get him to this stage where it's going to be okay. We're here to talk to, and then to just get up and hit somebody, and it happened so fast. It was a bit, by the time you wanted to sort of restrain him down, it was sort of a bit, it's happened so fast.
So do you think that your training, like you said, you felt like you should have done something but you didn't? Do you think that was because at Operation Hope and Iron Free Recovery we say, don't react, don't do anything to provoke them? Do you think that was an influencing factor in how you responded?
No, I think I was more concerned with Eve. I was concerned that it would be more horrific for her than what it already was. And that prior to us speaking to him, he should have had some other assessment.
Okay.
Possibly a psychologist or psychiatrist.
Okay. So this is a rather interesting question. What was good about the experience?
I didn't deck him.
I didn't think it.
Yes, that's one thing I'd have to say. I'm very proud of the fact that my work colleague held strong as much as he could have decked him back. He was very professional.
And the security support, once there, did an excellent job.
They did, yes.
It just would have been nicer if they'd have been there sooner.
Prior, yes.
Okay. What was bad about the experience?
I didn't get to deck him.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that little don't mess with me
you
again.
missed out on the experience of seeing Carl
Yes.
deck one.
And I just think maybe I need a promotion so I can buy some stilettos, so if this happens again I can sort of kick two off and you've got one each.
Alright, what else could you have done about what happened?
Wait. I would suggest that more assessment, as I've said, more assessment is done on people like Wayne before we have it. And the bell, the button.
The button, alright.
Yeah, just to prepare yourself about the person you're about to go into with, just to know a bit of their, as you say, like he had no criminal convictions or anything, but to just turn so quickly and the way he did, it was a bit intimidating. But maybe in Wayne's situation, he not having any criminal convictions, but maybe just like a mental health assessment before a pre-interview or something, just to make sure if there's got to be any angry outbursts, it's okay, we can stop, we can do this again at another stage.
And it wouldn't hurt for us to have more training.
Yeah, definitely.
Physical training and mental training. So we can do how a person, we can pick up, what do you call it? You know how you can...
Intuitively, no?
No, but it's close.
Yeah, just to sort of so you know how to deal with the situation when things like that happen.
Okay. How can we minimise the risk of the same sort of incident occurring again?
By having a better assessment of the person.
Yeah, I'd have to
And
agree.
installing some sort of security system, like a button that is triggered with no sound.
Yep.
And somebody can just come in. I mean, it's marvellous if you have two solid-looking people, male or female, that stand there, that you can tell by their stance that they're fully trained and fully capable.
Yep. Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I just feel safer just if we had even, not a security person, not out the door, but as you say, just a button away, just to know that if you need that extra security, there's someone there.
Actually, a two-way glass wouldn't hurt either, with an observer or two.
Alright, how do you feel about the incident now that it's passed? It's in the past. What are your overall impressions of the incident? Anything you want to tell me?
That it should never ever happen to anybody else. Because although he punched me, there's nothing to say he wouldn't do that to a female, which can do much greater she could have much greater problems internally from the damage that could be done from the fist to the stomach.
I think definitely, imagine if Eve would have been pregnant, example.
Exactly, yes.
Or imagine if Carl had just had a, surgery or anything.
Yes,
It could have
hernia
been,
or something, yes.
it could have been a lot worse situation. So I think definitely maybe further interviewing, maybe definitely the glass wall, or like a pre-assessment just to sort of warn the person before we're going to go to this stage. Any violence or any anger will not be tolerated at all, otherwise they're escorted straight away out of the building.
Okay, good.
We'll lock them up and send them an eBay.
That's a good idea, Michelle. You'd be able to go to the highest uni you ever wanted to. You'd be rich.
All right. What insights have you gained from this experience?
Don't fuck with me because I fuck back.
Fair enough.
So professionally, now professionally.
That's all right.
What's that company called?
I'm free recovery.
Does have our best interests at heart. Does want to support us and help us along. They just need to put some more things in place. And as the company is not that old, there's always growing pains.
You agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah. So from what we just spoke about, you suggested safety, two-way glass, silent alarms, having somebody out there, somebody else there
Grace.
to help in case situations like that. Can you think of anything else?
A sign in the room wouldn't go bad.
For example?
If you in any way are aggressive or something that states something like that, then you will be dealt with and restrained. And we have people that will do that. Something, whatever that, you know.
Yeah.
How do you know if changes have been effective? How do you think you will know if changes have been effective?
One will see them, will be told of the others, but we'll see the changes of the button, the window, the signs. And when we first go in with a client,
Their body language sort
that's
of
it, that's
tell
exactly
ya.
what we need to do a course on body language. I couldn't think of what it was, yes.
Okay.
Well done,
Yeah,
thank
you
you.
just get that
Thank you too.
vibe of their body language. If they're going to be aggressive from the start, you sort of just know there's going to be trouble. And sometimes you can just read out, this person's going to be calm, we're going to get through this, it's going to be okay, we can
Wait a
get on
minute,
to
wait a minute.
this, then to the next stage and where you need to go for us to help you.
Okay.
One of the things I noticed, if you get somebody that has jiu-jitsu, judo, karate training, and they are going to fight, they drop their shoulders and they take a step back. That's just one of the body language things. So if we can do a thing in body language, we've got a better idea, and then it should never happen again.
Alright. So in conclusion, is there anything that you'd like to tell me or express or?
I would hope that Wayne is getting the counselling and support that he needs, if not from me, then from somebody more qualified than me and able to help him.
I wouldn't wish this on upon any of my other colleagues that I work with, but at the end of the day, we're here to help people, and I just hope Wayne does go on and continue and get the help that he needs, not only from us but from his family as well.
Okay, good. Alright, I think that's all. I will write up the minutes in more detail, and these will be used for future reference. If you want a copy of them or have a review them, you're welcome to at any time.
Thank you.
Today's video is recorded. If you want to go back and check it out, you're more than welcome to, but it won't go anywhere other than in the company, so that's fine. I just need you both to sign this for me. Actually sign it for me.
Yep.
And date it, please. I don't even know what the date is. Today is the
12th or the 11th? 12th.
12th? 12th.
Not just a pretty face.
My dad would say an ugly bald head too.
That's a lovely picture of me at my
11,
30th,
12,
Michelle.
12.
You can go back and reflect on this. I'm like, when did I do that? Yeah, jump in this buffet.
That's in
I'm
it, alright?
left-handed.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
You're not going to forge my signature or anything, are you, Michelle?
Oh, it's not going on with me.
I'm just joshing.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you for your time.